Who can find a virtuous woman? She's worth more than gold. She doesn't.
Hello, and welcome to the Becoming the Proverbs Third Woman podcast. My name is Chioma Kehinde, also known as Special Agent Chi. On today's show, we have Sala Kabore. Sala Kabore is a professional style curator. She who helps busy women elevate their style and ease through intentional, authentic, like wardrobe curation aligned with who they are becoming. So, everyone, welcome to the show, Sala Kabore.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome, Sala. So with Sala, we before the show, we met, like we went through so she's the name of her business is Sala Fits.
Hmm.
And we went through like her whole process in terms of just from picking the outfit. Like she goes through in terms like your shape, your style. I'm the type of girl who's like a hoodie, sneaker type of girl. So she included like my style so that way you're comfortable. And then, she tries to like, spruce it up. Especially just for me, trying to get in this space of, putting myself out there with this podcast. Like she was able to, just give me tips. Like she, mentioned, in terms of denim and accessorizing. Now, I'm not the one with your, but just accessorizing with the gold. But it still keeps it cute, but still, nice. So I really appreciated her just going through that process. Like she is very passionate about what she does. She wants to make sure that you look good. Because I think I was trying to put like, okay, something together, and she was just like, no, like she wants it a little bit more. Let's split it up. And you can even see her like every time I see her, man, she's always like on point. Like her nails done, everything done. Like she is just always on point. So Sarah, just tell us about, the work that you do. Like how would you describe what you do?
So what I actually would describe what I do in a way like a ministry. So I take women who have been through different types of journeys throughout their lives, and somewhere along the journey, they lost their identity and it showed through clothing in some way. So sometimes women go through things where they want to hide themselves. They no longer want to show themselves. Maybe they're ashamed of baby weight or they gained weight or life happened, right? And so along the way, they may not like who they are in some ways, and it shows up with how they present themselves daily. And so, what Sala Fits does is that we go through a process of one, talking to the women, we talk about their shape, their style, what potential things that they want from the service, as well as like their main goals. Some people are like, oh, I want more going out outfits. I want like to go out more this year. Some are saying, listen, I'm a mom and I need some get to go quick outfits where I can still feel put together, right?
Mhm.
And so what we do is we go through a consultation, we go through then an idea of your wardrobe and what you would desire. And based off of that, as we're talking, there are different moments where I can see the glimpses of how we kind of got here. It may not be just about your clothing, it may be a different career choice. You're putting yourself out there, right? And all that, it shows that you are becoming something new, right? It's a new season of your life. And so I gently walk women through the process of being able to present themselves through their clothing of the new season.
I like that. And you sure do. In terms of, especially just as women who we go through seasons, especially, being a mom, a wife, especially when you have those kids. Like
Mhm.
your outfit, I think that was the one thing when I had my first son is like just the change. Like,
Mhm.
some of your clothes just not, you're in between, you don't know what weight, you are. So
Yeah.
that's good to know. And that's a honestly, that's a ministry in terms of just for us women, because our bodies in terms of just especially when we have kids, and I'll just say for me personally, your
Mhm.
body has just changed and has gone through so many changes, and you're just I feel like you do lose like your identity of who you are, kind
Mhm.
of. So that's a real so so when did you like first sense like God's calling to this work?
It was funny because it wasn't on purpose. It happened in
Oh,
a business meeting.
okay.
I went out of the country for a business mastermind, and I had an idea, a particular idea. While I was on this trip, I had many women come up to me. It's like, "Oh, are you into fashion? Is that what your business idea is?" And all this other stuff. And I'm like, "No, that's not what I do." Um, and so basically, I got so many different women on this trip that were just talking about my style, how I look. We were in Dubai, and so we were getting dressed for certain events, and certain ladies were asking me tips. I was like, "Oh, girl, just do this and just do this," and then that's how we look like that. And
Wow.
all of a sudden, like it dropped heavy in my spirit to pray about it. So on that trip, on the balcony of my hotel room, I prayed. I cried out to the Lord at 3 a.m. in the morning and asked him, if this is your will for me, let me know. Make it clear and make it plain. And slowly the vision came to fruition. And so from there, I've been grateful ever since to go on this journey.
Wow. So just curious, when you went on the mastermind, did you have like another bit, like what was the other business, I guess, that you had in mind?
It was actually a podcast.
Oh, really?
It was
Oh,
a
wow.
podcast,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that was, and I didn't know. I think one of our coaches, one of my coaches at the time, were saying like, "There's another business behind the podcast," right? And I just didn't know what that would
Mm.
be. So I kind
Mm.
of went in like, "Oh well, I just need to be in the room. I just need to be."
Yes, and hey, you got in the room, but you can still do the podcast about it, though. I
Yes,
mean,
I
in terms of the
will.
giving it, you can still do
Mhm.
it. So, yes, 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 that's a good one. So, like, what tension have you, like, had to navigate, like, between faith, work, and like responsibility? Like, how have you navigated that?
I think one thing I had to navigate is how the Lord was using me in this. Um, There were times when I felt like I was inadequate
Mhm.
because I'm looking at other stylists who are maybe on social media, have a large following and what they're portraying, right? And I slowly started to shelter myself. So I am a bold woman. Like I love color, I love vibrancy, I love like mixing and matching things that won't technically seem like they go together. And I found myself kind of drifting that away. And so as I did that, I struggled with shame. I felt like, Lord, like, why are you calling me to something where I feel like I can't provide? Like, I'm not well enough, good enough, right? And along with that, then here comes mommy guilt, where after you put the babies to sleep, you work on your business, right? You want to do X, Y, and Z. You're sacrificing more time. So all throughout that, there were different parts of my journey where the Lord had to continually minister to me and remind me of who I am and why He has called me to this. And I'm just so grateful for His patience throughout it, because now I fully understand my identity.
Oh, good. That is good. That is good. So, like, what season would you say, like, with life and business, are you currently in?
I think I'm in the building season. I still
Okay.
think I'm in the building season, getting to know more and more clients, which I'm so grateful for. And in the process, I have like systems in place to make sure it's a seamless experience. So right now, I believe I'm building.
Okay. And then just tell us, like, in terms of like, what transformation do people like experience like after working with you?
So one of the biggest transformations, it's such a joy to see, is for people. It's kind of like when they look at themselves in the mirror, they see themselves for the first time after a long
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes, hiding behind either the hoodies or the big sweatshirts or the other different things, right? Like you may just not see yourself on a daily, like who you are. And one of the biggest things that I've seen women do is like, oh my goodness, girl, I look good. Oh,
Nice.
this look nice on me. And it's always
Mm.
like such a joy for people to be able to see something that they never saw before, like even in their own closets. Many of us just overbuy because we don't know what we have in our closets,
Mm-hmm.
or we just don't know how to put it together, right?
That's
So that's something
mm-hmm.
that I help. Like, not everyone needs a new wardrobe. You just may need to see how to make the pieces flow together for you. So just seeing that they look very different, that they feel like embodied, they feel bold when they're looking in the mirror, like, okay, I look good, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a great thing.
Oh, that's good. I mean, very well said. It's in terms of that's truly a ministry of
Mhm.
just what a woman seeing herself in terms of because I feel like for women, like not to say that we want to feel good, you know, we
Yeah.
get this done, you get your hair, you know, you want to feel good. So that's definitely a ministry to bring that out for women. So, you know, this show is about Proverbs, becoming the Proverbs 31 woman. So
Mhm.
which quality would you say you identify with as a Proverbs 31 woman?
Oh, wow. That is a good question. I think that I identify with a woman that is understanding, like, that's a good question. I would say her purpose, like the Proverbs 31 woman, she understood her assignment. She
Mhm.
covered her household, right? She loved on her husband. She was an entrepreneur. And I think allowing myself to understand that that's not a heavy weight. When people hear Proverbs 31 woman, sometimes that comes with some animosity because
Mhm.
they feel like, oh, I have to do X, Y, and Z, all this, all these different things. But she was graced to do that. And so I think that where I am is that I'm understanding that I have the grace to be a Proverbs 31 woman where I can run a business, where I can love my home, where I can be blessed, where I can be adorned and continually give to the community.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. So, what offer do you have any offer, you know, like where can people find you? Do you have any special offers going on with business? Where can people find you if they need to use your service?
Perfect, thank you. So right now I am mainly on Instagram and TikTok. So my name is Sala.Fits on Instagram. And on Instagram, you can find my HoneyBook portal where you will be able to go through the consultation, being able to see what services I provide. The main service that I'm providing is my signature service, which is the Bold Becoming. And the Bold Becoming pretty much is where we do a wardrobe overhaul for women's closets. It's like, you know what? Scratch everything. I really want to look brand new, right? I'm
Mhm.
walking into a new year, new season of my life, and I want to look brand new. And so I go through a curation where women be able to see a new side of themselves, right? New looks, not trendy, but classic looks.
Yeah, and she can, yeah, you're not just local because not just for the DMV area. You travel too, because I think when I called you one time, you were like out of state with a
Yes, I
client. So
will.
she does travel, you guys. So she's not just bound to the DMV area. She's international. Even if you want to fly out of the country, she Dubai, you know,
Yeah,
she can meet you there. So
absolutely.
that she can do. So thank you so much, Sarah, for being on the show. Really, truly appreciate you, you know, investing your time with us on
Thank
the
you.
podcast. So that's it, folks, for another episode for the Becoming the Proverbs 31 podcast. Thanks, everyone. Until next time, see you again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.